Hello ladies, welcome once again to my channel. So wonderful, and I'm wonderful. Now today's topic is something that I've been wanting to share with you. I've received so many mails about this particular topic. Some of you have written in to ask me questions about starting your ready to wear, what to do, what to avoid. I just thought to put all of that together and share in this video. Now today we'll be talking about 5 mistakes to avoid when starting your ready to wear business. So either you've just started or you are about to start, you need this video. First mistake is sewing to sell before you do your research. Yes, please do your research on what sells. Now another thing is, do not lean on your own ideas alone. I know many of us are talented. Many of us have 1001 screenshots on our phones of different outfits we want to start to sell that is moving and all of that, but please do your research first of all. I in the past have made that mistake where I thought, oh, the designs in my head is what every other person wants. I was dead wrong. So even if it's something that you fancy, it may not necessarily be something that the other person or the market would fancy. So please do your research on what sells. And by what sells, I mean, first of all, trends. What is trending around you? I remember one time that this corset belt, was all over everywhere. People were making it, selling, people were teaching how to sew it. Like anywhere you turn, there's a corset belt. For me personally, it wasn't my thing, but it was moving. And so definitely, if you want to start out and maybe you have little capital, you want to look at what is trending around you that will not take so much of your time, will not take so much of your money and resources, and then you can start that out. Another example of research on what sells can be on your demographics. And by this, it may be offline or online. So offline means maybe your surrounding, where you live, your religious centers, where you hang out. You may be in a place in a thriving city with people around you. So you want to do your research on that. Okay, who are the people around me? Who do I want to sew for? The gender. So let's just assume you're sewing for women. Okay, are they women in their 20s, in their 30s that are around me, that work around me, that I meet in my events that I go for, or even online? Who are the people that you really would want to sew for? Do you prefer to sew for students? Do you prefer to sew for women in their 30s who have jobs? Do you prefer to sew for elderly women? So you want to carve out the demographics that you would prefer to start sewing and selling to. Okay, so either offline or online, it doesn't matter. Describe your demographics and then note that down and then do your research on what sells for that particular demographic. Another way to do your research on what sells is on functionality of outfits. Now, for people who go to work, they definitely need office wears depending on the organization they work in. So even if you're not a fan of office wear, if you're a banker, you need to look corporate. Okay, if you work in certain multinationals, you need to have a certain kind of dress culture there. So you want to do your research. Okay, I think I would rather start sewing for this kind of people. So it may not be trendy, but believe you me, markets they sell. Okay, markets they sell in that particular area. So you want to first of all decide all of this. Are you starting with something that is trendy? Do your research. You want to go with demographics? Do your research on what sells for the particular demographics you want. If it's functionality of outfits, do your research on what sells when it comes to functionality of outfits. You want to go for suits, skirts, dresses, tops. What is it when you talk about functionality of outfits? It all depends on what you research and then what you decide to start with. The second mistake is starting big. Why? Why? Please start small. Now, many of these things that I'm sharing with you today, I have had my fair share of mistakes in them. Like when I tell you my money just burnt. So please listen attentively. Okay, start small. For example, you have 10 designs. You want to make this, you want to make that, you want to make this. Auntie, cool down, calm down. Okay, start with 1 to 3 designs. This is what is generally advised. Even if you're talented, even if there are so many things you want to do or you have the capital, start with 1 to 3 designs. And not just that, start them in sizes that you want to sell to, sizes that you want to attract. So take for example, you have done your homework in number 1. Okay, you have decided, you've done your research and you know what sells. You've decided on what to sell that sells. So let's take for example, you want to start with shorts. Okay, shorts for ladies from their 20s to their 30s. Now the next thing you want to do is just, that's one design out of your 3. Okay, so the next thing you want to do is sew in sizes you want to attract. Would you prefer to sew for ladies that are petite? Would you prefer to sew for ladies that have medium size like me? Would you prefer to sew for plus size women? So it all depends on you. If you don't have any preference, then you just want to sew one in a small size and then one medium and then one in plus size. Okay, so that you can attract these people. I know that many of you follow some of these brands online, and I've shared some in my previous videos where they sew for different sizes, because there is nothing as good as representation. When you see your size online, on your phone, you're like, oh, that means this particular outfit will fit me. So any kind of size you want to attract, sew in that size. And like I said, I did not mention also in US size 6 or UK size 14. No, I said small, medium. So you want to choose out of the sizes that are grouped in that small size. Choose one, and so choose one for the medium, and so choose one for the plus size, and so you have three. Please don't go sewing all the sizes in the name of wonderful service. You sew in the sizes you want to attract. Okay, now the third mistake is sewing in bulk. No, now please don't sew in bulk without testing the market first. You want to have sewn your 1 to 3 designs. You want to see the market reception to your designs. Are they rushing it? Okay, are they asking for different kind of tweaks to what you already have? That would help you inform you on the kind and the actual kind of things that people really want from your brand. Even after you're receiving this feedback from potential customers or customers, you also want to decide at this point which business model fits you best, which is best for you, which is best for your resources, which is best for your business vision, brand mission, and all of that. And by that I mean, do you want to stick with ready to wear or made to wear business model? Now if you're wondering, which one is this one, now I have a video for you. It's linked in my description box. I explain fully the difference between ready to wear and made to wear, their advantages and their disadvantages. So make sure you go watch that video if you don't know the difference, so you can make an informed decision on which business model that is best for you. But please do not sew in bulk. Start small. Okay. The fourth mistake is poor finishing. Now please, this is a new year, all things are new. Okay, your finishing, you should have no excuse for your finishing. Please, I know that many of you are just starting out and you're really trying your best. You're learning, you paid for classes, you're watching on YouTube and all of that, but please, your finishing is non-negotiable. I have another video for you, especially for beginners. It's also linked in my description box, where it talks about sewing mistakes you make as a beginner and all of that. And in there I expressly talked about your finishing, different kinds of finishing, because you don't want to just stick to one kind of finishing. Your finishing can be really creative, so please check out that video and watch it and learn more about it. But make sure that your finishing is on point. Let me tell you, anytime anyone buys an outfit, the first thing they are looking at is the inside. Even if the outfit does not really fit them, maybe the waist is too big, sewing and all of that mistakes. If your finishing is on point, the way that they would have, harassed you, I'm telling you, I'm speaking from experience. It's more like the finishing is really nice. It's just that the waist is quite big. Is there something you can do about it? But if your finishing is poor, hey, they will tear you apart. Even your finishing is poor, I don't understand why I wasted my money. So please make sure invest in learning how to, finish different ways to finish your outfits, your top, your necklines, the raw edges inside. Your finishing should be really good. And the fifth one is expensive packaging. I know. We see these things online when they're showing, oh, our client has received their package, and you see how they package it, and you're like, ah. And then you go and find out how much it is. They tell you need to have logo, you need to have brand color, you need to have this, and you're like, when you hear the price, you're like, where is the money I'll use for fabric? Please calm down. Let me show you what I did when I first started. I bought this. This is plain, as you can see. There is no brand name on it or anything. Then they told me that they had tags, just brown. I can't find it. Brown paper, this same brown paper, just a little bit. I didn't even have the money for thank you cards. So that one, I would staple it to this inside, and then I'll just write a thank you note. Sometimes I would use it as a delivery address, depending. Okay, so you don't have to start so much. You don't have to start with something really expensive. I know that having the branded packaging makes sense, your brand color, but if you give someone an outfit in this and that outfit fits and you have good finishing, I'm telling you, nobody's noticing this, because even all the best of the packages, where do you put the bags at the end? I'm not saying you cannot improve and upgrade. Yes, you can, but when you're starting, this is perfectly okay. And if you do not even have the money for this has a hard cover at the base. Okay, so even when you put your fabrics, it stands properly. Even if you don't have money for this, go to the market, buy the plain nylon, just the plain one, no name, no anything, and use it. There is also this, well, it's not really like this, but I don't have anyone at the moment. Okay, those transparent nylons that you seal at the end, so you open it, put your outfit, and then you seal it. So that's what I used to do. I'll put it there, then when I'm done, I'll now fix it in here. So when you open your package, you're already seeing it, but it's inside that transparent nylon, and you're like, oh my god, I can't wait to get home and try this. So you just have to be really creative. Okay, before you get to that level of buying packaging where you open a ribbon and you do this and you do that, start from your level. I still have lots of this bag, and nothing will make me go look for something else when I'm not done with this particular set that I bought. So you can start with this, check online, ask around. There are definitely people who produce in bulk for something really small, an amount really small. Or you start with your nylon bag plain. As long as your work is neat, clients do not even notice all of that. Okay, now a bonus tip for you. Outsource your operations and focus on marketing. Now, this topic here, from now till eternity, we'll still be talking about it, but I'm just going to, say a bit on it. When I say operations, for you, I mean your sewing, your cutting, your pinning and all of that, the finishing on the inside, all of that is operation, from the measuring and marking on your fabric and all of that, that is operation. And if you already sew, you know how this takes time, especially when you're measuring and marking and making sure that everything fits. You cross check and cross check again and cross check again before you cut. So all of that takes time. Now, when you're done with that, you're done sewing. At the end, maybe only one person buys your outfit. You've not done any post online. You've not gone anywhere. Nobody knows you sew. You're exhausted. So let me just tell you what you should do instead. Find someone, not someone too expensive. Just find, it may be someone who is just done with school, who still wants to, improve her skill and all of that. Make an arrangement with the person, employ the person. You can do the cutting of material. Now, this is something my very good friend and business partner, we run our online school together for Lashade. While she was in Nigeria as at then, before she got married and relocated, this was what she used to do. She employed someone, and then she would do all the cutting very early in the morning. When the lady would come, because I used to go visit her then, when the lady would come, the young lady would come, she would show her, oh, this one, she was making like shirt dresses, beautiful ones, and she was working in a bank before, so she already had, like, people, the demographics that she was trying to attract. So she would show her, oh, this goes with this color is for this color is for this, and all. The lady got everything. She showed her, this is how I do my finishing. By 1 week, 2 weeks, the woman had already gotten the hang of everything. What my friend Folashade would do would be to dress up in one of those kind of outfits and then go to the banks, go to her former bank, from there enter another branch, and they're like, ah, Shade, you're not even looking like somebody that's not working in the bank. See how you're looking nice and all. And then they'll place their order. She would take her tape, because she ran like a made to wear business model. She would take her tape, measure them, collect 50% deposit, and then come back to the house. So most times it was the lady doing the sewing while Shade would wake up. So when she gets the whole measurement, fresh measurement, she'll go measure them, do their patterns and all of that, and then cut out for the next day. And that was how she was doing it. So while this one is sewing, she's out there looking for market. She'll go to church, she'll go to this, she'll go to that. So focus on marketing. Now, this was many years ago. Thank God for the internet. Thank God for online. It wasn't, that was back then in BlackBerry days and all of that. Yes, a long time ago. Okay, so now you have the online, world and all of that. Do not just be stuck in your shop sewing. Let somebody come. You can pay the person per outfit, something that will make them stick. Okay, while you are the one doing the posting, you are showing behind the scenes. Every day there's one new post coming out. You are showing how they are doing zip. They're showing you the finishing of the outfit. That, see, we don't joke with our finishing here. You are putting yourself out there. Okay, you are attending events wearing your outfits. You're showing people. You're going to corporate events, wherever it is that your market is. If it is in with students, you are entering that place where students are, so that they can place orders and all of that. So please don't just focus on operations. Let you doing the operations be like 20%, and you outsource the rest, and then you focus on marketing. Now, another bonus tip I want to give you is how you can make your sewing, your operations go faster. I know that, for some of you, when you decided the designs to use, it may be freehand. If it is freehand, fine. If it is something that would need patterns, I always advise. I know that freehand can be, oh, no, I do freehand. If the fit comes out well, it's only freehand. But if you want to save your time, you better start investing in patterns. Learn how to make patterns or buy patterns. You are not the first, you will not be the last. Okay? If you don't know how to make your patterns, go and learn. Learn how to do them so that you keep them there, the different sizes. Even if you run a made-to-wear business model and someone gives you a particular size, you already have patterns in your pre-made sizes. All you have to do is just add a bit maybe on the fabric to meet that person's waist. If your size, one of your pattern size has a waist of 30, and then someone makes an order and says, oh, my size is 31, more on this in the video about ready to wear and made to wear. All you have to do is use that your pattern and add your 1 inch, and you're good to go. Then starting to measure afresh. I have a video for you. It's linked in my description box, where I teach you how to make a beautiful pair of palazzo. It has no zip, elastic at the back. It's a perfect outfit for starting your ready to wear outfit, because nobody's going to come back to you saying, oh no, it did not size my waist, because there's already an elastic. Go watch it. It comes with a pre-made pattern in 8 sizes. Everything is linked in the description box in that video. Check my description box. You see it. Get the patterns. You get all the patterns when you purchase it. print them out or print your own size out, sew with it, and then start marketing it. And then when people place orders, you use the other sizes and sew for them, and then you start growing from there. But one thing I know is that if you want your operations to be faster, you don't want to be measuring and marking every morning before the person who you have gotten to sew starts sewing for you. You want to invest in having your patterns, buying them or making them yourselves. And if you're a beginner, you don't want to start bothering yourself, oh, how am I going to learn? How am I going to do this? I have already cut that journey short for you. Okay, start with that and then build on that. It's not where you're stopping. You build on it, and whatever it is you want to learn later on, money has started coming in, you go and you learn that. Okay, so I hope that these 5 mistakes and the bonus tips and all, you can start with this and avoid making mistakes that some of us made when we started many years ago. We started our business many years ago. If there are any more tips, maybe you already have a thriving, ready to wear or made to wear business brand, please feel free to share with us in the comment section. And there's nothing like too many tips for us. Okay, and if you're not yet part of this sewing community, please subscribe, turn on your post notifications. I post videos here every Wednesdays and some Saturdays. And then also please like this video. It helps with the algorithm and all of that. I wish you the very best in your business endeavors, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.